There's a that. There's a that. Let's see. Will all be. Rexy boy was right. Well. I'm looking at my notepad, so I'll white it out. We'll get to it here in a second. Anyway, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is Karmic Transmission number 52, Rexy boy. That's what it is, and that's how it'll be. You were right. You counted better than I did. Carrie was 51. I was off. But as always, thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Jake Vanderlinden. Best place to find out what we're about, what we're doing with Karma Incarnate is to check out our website. That's karmaincarnate.com. Everything and anything you could ever want to know is right there laid out in front of you. And it's really an incredible thing that we're trying to do with it. As always, you can also find us on all of the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of that good stuff. On Twitter, we're at the Karmic Feed is where you can find us there. Ayame will not be with us tonight. You can catch her at Ayame X Goddess on Twitter if you ever want to reach out to her directly with questions. And then best thing that you can do is send us an email if you want to know what's going on, comment or like on a video, or reach out to us. We're always around to talk about anything and everything. So with that, here, how you doing, Clint? Good to see you, brother, man.
Hey, brother, what's up?
I believe you're on mute, or at least I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, hang on. There we go. I think that's got it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. So I got speakers here, and they were turned down from the last thing that I was doing earlier. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
How's things over at the shack?
Good.
Good to hear. Which dog you got with you tonight? Shiloh or?
We got Joey.
Nice.
Come here, Joe.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Oh, look at him.
Say hi, Joe.
It's always nice this time of the year.
Jake? Where's Jake?
Joey.
Right here. Look. 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 There you go.
Well, I love over at the shop this time of the year because it's still sunny out, that you get good light this time of the year, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I just fixed the one light that was broken.
Yeah.
Got here a little early and fixed the light while we had daylight so I could fix it without electrocuting myself.
Right. It's always a bonus. That's I've been working on the hot tub for the same reason, and I was noticing yesterday while I was trying to adjust it that it was still light outside, and I thought I would finish it before I got dark, but just barely overshot it, so I had to finish it up today. So it's funny though, you kind of it's nice being able to work outside late and see what you're doing.
Yeah, it's nice to have more daylight.
Mm-hmm. So,
and just nice to get out of the cold weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely a nice side of it. I'm ready for some heat. So, but how was your week, man? What all did you do last week? And tell Ian again, thanks for watching over my house while we were out of town. That was really nice of him.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll tell him. Just did some work around the house and guarded and helped Brent, that guy I work with during the day, and nothing real exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your trip to California?
It was a lot of fun. Mom and Rex spoiled me rotten while we were over there. We ate all kinds of good food and shared all kinds of stuff. I think every ounce that I lost going to the gym for the last few months came right back, you know. So
it's all that good deal on that food at Knotsbury Farm.
Oh, dude, that was I should have brought them in here. I left them on my dresser. I have the cards because the Knotsbury thing was nuts. That day we ate so much food that it was ridiculous because they do the 90-minute food pass thing where every 90 minutes you can go to any one of the like quick stop restaurants and stuff like that and get something. And the stuff that they have for that is just nuts, because you can go get like a pulled pork sandwich, or you can go get like a big pizza and a salad, or all kinds of things. The barbecue turkey legs, you could get those if you wanted. It was just nuts. And then with the berry festival that they were doing, because that ended Sunday, was the last day for the berry festival down there. But they had all kinds of tasting booths for all of the berry infused things that they were doing. Like I did they had a beer tasting event there at Knotsbury Farm that I did, and you got to go around and try 5 different kinds of beer that were all just different kinds of boysenberry this or something or other, kind of related to the farm there. It was a lot of food. Holy cow. The probably the biggest letdown though, to be honest with you, they did a chicken cordon bleu thing with some boysenberry a boysenberry thing on it, and it was not very good. That one was rather a letdown. So
Yeah.
but
Well,
between that and then that 90-minute food pass, like all we did that day was go through the shops, ride a few small kiddie rides, and then like eat. It was nuts. So
yeah, if you were that full, you probably didn't want to ride the big stuff and get sick.
oh yeah, and especially not with their rides, because Knott's Farm, all their rides are cranked up so friggin' fast that it wouldn't take much. you know. So
Yeah, they got some killer rides.
mhm. That was kind of our conclusion, is it's like you either go and do something like what we did, where you're kind of doing the food festival and stuff like that, or um or you go and ride rides and kind of do the park thing. To try to do both would just be suicide.
Yeah,
So
you'd have to be young or something.
oh, and that is a lot younger than even Rexy, who is, him being the youngest one of us, I don't even think he would have made it. So but it was a lot of fun, the Knott's thing, and I would recommend anybody that's out that way, if you can check out the Knott's Festival or the Berry Festival when they do it in the spring, because they do it from like mid-March till the end of April is when they do it, and
Mhm.
that was way cool. Lots of cool stuff. So, and then Disney was just Disney. We did Disney on Tuesday, and that was a ton of fun. Just hit all the rides, same kind of thing. We found a few little park things to munch on. We ate at um the it wasn't the Riverboat Terrace, or was it? We ate at one of the places that we hadn't tried before that took reservations. So that was kind of cool. But other than that, it was just kind of neat to go back through the park and show mom. She'd never been to California Adventure. So we got to go over and check that out with her. It was a lot of fun. It was really neat to just go back through and reminisce, talk about all the old stuff and what we used to do when we were kids. It's been a long time since she had been there. So it was a lot of fun.
Well, good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you guys did that.
Yeah, it was a much needed getaway, and it was, I've been jealous. You and Nisha got to go to Cancun a couple, like what, 2 months ago or so now, that you guys were out of
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
And Dad and Sandy are heading to Mexico. I think next week is when they're heading out of town. Everybody's going long distances, and I'm just kind of going, California was fantastic, because the getaway was much needed. Just change of scenery, different weather. I wore shorts for 3 days in a row,
Wow.
sunburned the hell out of my legs. It was great.
Blind everybody with your white legs.
I sure did. They were red before too long. So, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and that's where dude, you got some good kids. I don't know if I've ever told you that, man, but your kids are pretty awesome, and Ian did a great job taking care of this place. So,
Well, good. I'll mention that to them. Yeah, they're good kids. They really are.
so, but it's cool though. Now that we're back today, it's kind of crazy. We got back Thursday night, like Friday morning around 1ish or something like that. And the whole weekend, everything was just kind of nonstop. But we're getting geared up. I'm getting really excited, because I want to, this, and I was kind of leading into this. we're on Karmic Transmission number 52. And technically it should have been last week. So for those of you that are following us later on or keeping track, 52 means that we've done this for 2 years. 2 years solid we've been doing this transmission. It started right in the onset of the pandemic, when we didn't have much of a way to get together with people and talk and do stuff. And after 2 years, it's time for some updates and it's time for some changes. And it's where I'm ready. I want to start doing this live. That's going to be the next big step that I want to start moving towards with this. Is I would really like to start getting this back into that close-knit, just group-centered, open discussion format that we've always talked about. Doing it this way has been great. We've always talked about how cool this technology is, that even in a time of isolation or from a remote stretch, we can still do all this stuff. But one thing that never ceases to amaze me with our family especially is when we're live and in person and together in a group, it's a whole different animal. Everything about it is just always ramped up, and being able to express that better in that open format, having an actual studio room with all of us sitting together and able to work in that dynamic is something that I'm really excited about.
Yeah,
because I think it would bring a whole new energy to what we want to do and start giving us some more potential for what we want to do with it down the road too. So that's one thing that I'm really excited to, and to think that 2 years, man, that's crazy.
crazy.
It's absolutely nuts. And how quickly it goes is the part that was kind of shocking, because I was sitting there, Rex and I were actually talking right before, and I was sitting there going, God, I think it's 53. I think I'm off by 1. But to find out that we're on that flip point, just like hit me, boom, right now, because it's everybody's feeling that energy, and the best way that I can think to capitalize on is to bring us together, to start getting us working in these is groups again in real life, because this stuff is great, but human potential is always amplified by proximity, in my opinion, because it's just you feed off of each other, and that's something you can't duplicate in any kind of environment that I've tried thus far. So
Yeah, that'll be great. Do you need help getting the studio set up?
I probably will, just because I'm making a hole to move a few things out of the room so we can start padding it and getting it set up. And I want it dressed. It should be a live studio, something that's got some of us in it. You know what I mean? Because that's the one thing that just in our environments alone, seeing, you moving from your house to the guard shack and back and forth, and Ayame's various setups, we've got so much personality involved with everybody that's there that we need to make sure it reflects that too. So yeah, I'll probably need a little bit of help, and we'll want to kind of piece some things together. But I've been just trying to think of easy ways that we can set it up and get it going, because the sooner we do it, the more we'll want to keep doing it. And I think it'll give us a lot more feedback for what we want to do next, So it's going to be cool. It's going to be really neat to get some of this stuff updated and changed around and moving, because it'll also give us that ability to, I think, try some of those other things that we wanted to do over the years. We've got projects beyond projects and ideas that it's insane, the things that we've talked about with videos or comics or sketches and shorts. I think it'll help. I think it'll really help. So
yeah, that'll be awesome. Just let me know when you're ready to start building it out. I'll come help you.
Yeah, man. So because once we've got that, and then we get everybody around, it'll be cool. It'll be nice to just be with people again. That was one of the coolest things about going out to those parks, is when you were there, it was just being around people and human interaction, and it was very refreshing. to feel that again. And that's what we need more of. That's where karma thrives best, because it's a shared thing. It's something that we all know and we all feel in our heart of hearts, and it's something that doesn't even need to be spoken. So that's where that, like I said, that proximity is what helps create and build that, because when you're around people, you can not only hear their words, but it's easier to feel their heart, to get that sense of what's going on, because you can actually see what's happening. It's a whole different animal. So
Yeah,
I think
without a doubt.
I think it'll be really cool. So, and then that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. Because
Just the beginning.
if we're going to start doing that, we want to start. Since we're getting more steam back with all of this stuff, I think the next step is going to be reopening events and planning some group oriented things, like maybe some label events will be the next thing that we'll do, where we're going to start feeling out all of those things, and don't really know when, because it's all, I'm still coming back from a vacation high and trying to figure things out, but we'll be kind of rolling those things out and making them more available. So we want people to just kind of be paying attention and watching for it, because as they come up, we want to just start rolling. We want people to be available to jump in if they can, or come out and participate where they can, because that's what it's going to take, is just that human interaction. And best way to do it is face to face, shoulder to shoulder, hug to hug. That's the best way to spread the love, I think, is wrap people up in a big embrace and let them know that, hey, I feel you, so.
Yeah, I agree, man.
But
I agree.
this could just be the ramblings of a madman. You never know.
Well, I agree with that too. But
But
sometimes
just share
madmen are
Yeah,
right on the nose.
that's sometimes you got to be a little crazy, man. It's high time that we all start acting a little crazy, I guess, and because I don't know what else to call wanting to feed people other than crazy, apparently, because that's what we want to do, and if you're my kind of crazy, let's do it.
Crazy good.
So, but anyway, it's kind of going crazy, man. Thanks for jumping on with me, by the way. I
Sure.
appreciate you being around. So you're too good,
Yeah,
brother.
do it when I can. I do when I can. So that's crazy. There's been 2 years of this.
Right? It's like I said, it's how quick did it go by? Seemed like we just started it, and we kind of hit a bit of a groove, and um I'm excited to keep going with it, because we just need to start having better, more conversations about whatever and anything that comes up. And that, to me, it'll happen in certain ways, like going back and um kind of as a side project, I've been working on some things in the back office, and I'm building a new playlist to start fleshing out some tools. But I've been going through and watching old Karmic Transmissions and old briefs and shorts and things that we put together on all of our different platforms. You name it, 5-2 Karmas, DDKs. I've been watching stuff, and it's always been interesting to see where these conversations go and how they evolve through all the different topics that we have. And
Yeah.
I have a feeling that getting people almost like around the campfire, if you will, you know what I mean? It's going to make that so much, it's going to let people explode with it, and it'll be cool. So, because we've got incredible people involved in this, and very deep, people that have got some very complex thoughts that go into it. It's just they have different ways of explaining it, and I'm excited to give them a chance,
Yep.
So hopefully, if I talk all over everybody, I hope they'll slap me and be like, hey, listen.
Well, we can't slap you unless we're together.
Bingo. You see? That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, but it'll be good, because we've got, and especially when we start having some of the more dynamic individuals in the room with us, I know he's listening from the other room, and I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to give him the credit right now. He'll get it later. But you know who I mean, that other guy. When he's in the room with us, then it'll be a whole different animal, you know.
Always is.
Mhm. So, and that's I look forward to it. I'm excited to get together and do stuff again because our group is an incredible group, and to be able to add people to it and expand it further will be even more amazing. So, and we got a lot of good people that want to do that. I know that they're there. They're just waiting for the time. So,
Yes.
but
Brooding.
it's also why karma is amazing, is it'll always be here, you know. So kind of crazy, but that's it in a nutshell, man. It was a whirlwind of a vacation with lots going on, and I wish I was more in the swing of it to get back to you, to be honest with you, buddy. It's just trying to catch up. So,
Well, I wish I was more exciting and had more stories to tell you.
a week goes by so quick that a lot of times there's not a lot of stories. You know, that's the crazy part. Is Rex and I, when we were Thursday morning sitting in the hot tub before driving home, we were literally just sitting there like, man, how is it already over? You know, because it happens so quick. And we do have a crazy story. And maybe we'll have to save it. I don't know. But like it's funny how not a lot usually happens. It was a trip to Disney. We had some fun things, but nothing, you know, the unexpected, like exciting story doesn't really happen all that often. They're a little more in between. But having said that, there was a guy that fell out of his car while we were coming home down the
Oh
freeway.
yeah, Rex told me
It was-
about that.
That was nuts. But other than that, like just
Yeah, he said he just rolled out of the car and he
yeah.
was ranting and raving at everybody.
Yeah, we were cruising along and everybody's just kind of mind their own thing. Then you see some cars kind of start doing this, and then there's a dude in the road as we kind of went by. And we stopped, he got up and he was yelling and kind of doing his own thing, and then we took off. But it was just, yeah, we're cruising down the road at 80 miles an hour in a 2-lane stretch of road. That's all that it was. And then there's this dude in the middle of the road. Nuts. Like yeah. And that was his thing, is he was sitting there like, how the hell did I end up here? What the fuck? You know, that was his reaction. So who knows? But so we did have something kind of crazy happen.
Oh, I gotta check on somebody.
Oh.
There's a guy who pulled up.
Do it, man. You know what? If we gotta go, we'll go ahead and wrap this up here, brother.
Okay.
So if anything, I love you, man. I'll you have a good night, and I'll shut this down a little bit early, but it was good catching up, and we'll just talk to you a little later, man.
All right. Love you, buddy.
Okay, take care, buddy.
Karma out.
See ya.
I'll talk to you soon, Jake. All right.
There we go. It's one of the fun things with the karmic transmission there. You never know what's going to happen. People got to come and go. But for those of you joining us from home, again, I just want to say before I let you go, 2 years, it blows me away for anybody watching, for anybody that's seen it, anyone that's participated. Thank you. That's really all I can say is thank you. It's doing this and even trying it is incredible, with or without any success, because all that is a metric to be reached, and we'll get there together. So again, thank you for joining me. Teary-eyed in here, Karmic Transmission number 52, coming at you. Hopefully there's going to keep being more. There'll definitely be more. We're going to make 104. We're going to make 207. There's going to be transmissions to come, and they're all going to get better because we're going to do it together, and we're going to open our hearts and our homes to bring others in with us to do it too. because that's what karma really is. So, until next time, guys, like, share. Hey, find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. Best thing you can do is take a look at our website, though. Watch the challenge, and then tell us that we're full of shit if you really think we are, because this has been 2 years and that's been 10. So we're here to stay, and we're here to make something happen. That's what we're here to do. Anyway, until next time, guys, you have a good one.